Welcome to WTSS, What the Stars Say. I'm here, I'm Kita, and I'm here with Pam Awesome, and we're here to tell you about news for the next week according to the cosmos. How are you,
Yay!
Pam?
I'm good. I'm really excited that we're doing this. This is our first
Me too.
non-TikTok live of our podcast.
Yeah.
Sweet. What do we have on the list for news today? You have a news list. What's our news? Our current events.
Well, first of all, we are going to be talking about the upcoming new moon in Leo. Oh, it's the Lunar New Year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's our new year.
it's a eclipse. It's an eclipse in Aquarius.
Oh, it's an eclipse. I thought. Oh, the new. Okay. uh, we're also going to be talking about. I'm sorry, Pam. I'm so nervous. I have stage fright.
It's okay. Just read what's on your paper. You wrote down a bunch of notes.
Yeah. All right. We're going to be talking about Savannah Guthrie and her mom, Nancy, who got kidnapped and ransomed, and how that relates to organizing an adaptation for the movement. We're going to be talking about Renee Good and Alex Preddy, rest in peace.
I also want to talk about the video of that lady in the unnamed woman in Kansas City who was lighting that building on fire.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
what that the implications and some of the gossip that's coming up about it, because there's very little information, so there's been a lot of chatter around it, and also the facts, because there's also some actual facts, and how it relates to astrological transits that we're experiencing together.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Well, then, let's get started.
Heck yeah.
So, first up, what is our astrological forecast looking like for the next week, Pam?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So we got the eclipse on Tuesday. Like, that's, to me, that's the big thing, right? So we're all going to experience it. Very little of the population of the world is actually going to see this eclipse. I haven't looked at the like where people will be able to see it. I feel like Antarctica will see this eclipse. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people are going to see
That's
this eclipse.
insane.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
North America? Or South?
But anyway, so the eclipse happens in the United States in the morning, at 7:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wow.
Right. So for Philadelphia, New York, Washington, that'll be at 7:01 a.m. And the chart of the moment is a Pisces rising. And there's like all these things happening in Pisces, right? The eclipse, the moon and the sun are going to be in Aquarius at 28 degrees still, right? It is an Aquarius eclipse. Don't get it twisted. And it's a new moon, right? Conjunction of the sun and the moon. So the sun and the moon are in the same place of the sky at the same time. And it just so happens that the sun, the moon, and the earth are all lined up at the same time, right? So that's what makes it an eclipse.
Thank you, universe. Cool.
Indeed. Fun. So what I think is really important about this eclipse happening in Aquarius is basically everything, right? Like we're in the midst of, you know, social upheaval and all this change. Like Pluto is in Aquarius, Mars is in Aquarius, and this eclipse is happening in Aquarius, right? And for the East
Mm-hmm.
Coast, where Washington D.C. is, this is endings, right? The eclipse
Mm-hmm.
occurs in the 12th house towards the end of Aquarius, right?
Mm.
We're almost done with Aquarius season, so it makes sense, right? Um,
I loved it.
mhm.
It was very interesting.
It was
I
a good
just like
Aquarius
saying
season.
Aquarius so much. What'd you
If
say?
y'all didn't know, we are both Aquarians and we share a
Oh
birthday.
yeah, we have the same birthday.
Different years, but same day.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, you know, I guess it's obvious. But you never know about Black people.
you
Um,
can't you
you
can't
know,
tell
there could be
sometimes.
50. Who knows? Um, but yeah, this eclipse I feel like is incredibly important because like what happens during a new moon is it's a refreshing, right? It's new energy. And the first thing that I want to say about an eclipse energy is there's a lot of rhetoric online about like don't be manifesting, don't do magic, you know, all that kind of shit on a eclipse, right? Because the energy is too potent. Bitch, that is patriarchy. That is capitalism. That is the people who want to keep the proletariat down speaking from a place of superiority because it our ancestors, right, did their fucking magic on full moons, on new moons, on eclipses because the magic is potent. So I think that it's
how do you witness something so beautiful and not want to connect with that? That like come
period,
on.
period, period. You know, and I think now more than ever, now that we know, right, like we learned all these lessons from, you know, Neptune in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces and all of these like Saturn just left Pisces like excuse me yesterday, you know, like or the day before yesterday. So we learned all these lessons about what spirituality is, how we connect to it, what the quantum realm is, how to manifest, and all that kind of shit. We didn't learn all those lessons over the past 2 years, over the past 13 years to not fucking put that shit into action. And the world is changing, and we have the ability to change that shit. So be manifesting, be doing your magic, like
Manifest. Manifest the revolution.
that, that part, that part, please.
Cleaning up spilled milk. It's like it's easy for me to say because I'm not there, but we have to clean up the milk that we spilled, and that's it.
And honestly, like, you know, the whole planet, not just the United States, but the whole planet needs change, right? Like, people are going through fucked up shit
Mm-hmm.
all over the place. And a lot of it is the fault of
For
the
no
United
reason.
States. A lot of it, you know, stems from the version of capitalism, slavery, um, white supremacy that originated in the United States. But the whole world needs it.
And originated in fucking Europe. But, oh, my bad. But yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. But I mean, in modern times, it's proliferated by the United States, is what I meant. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
100%.
Europe,
It's
invented it.
the same family.
Right, right. Well, anyway, my big message with the eclipse is do something. Think about the world that you want to live in and manifest that, because this is endings of the old shit and beginnings of the new shit. Because like after this eclipse, just a few months from now, all the stuff that's in Pisces, all those planet like Mars and Mars, Mercury, the Sun, the Moon, Venus are all going to move into Aries, and And then Uranus is going to move into Gemini, and that's gonna be the moment. That's gonna be the moment. But we'll talk about that when it's coming up.
Really?
That shit's gonna
When
be
is that going to
insane.
happen?
Um,
Everything does have to
April.
move into Aries after Pisces, which is so hard. I think, like, as a preschool teacher, I'm like, oh.
It's like being asleep for a long time and then being abruptly woken up.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up.
We gonna cry. Yeah.
All right, you want to talk about what's her face? The poor lady that got abducted. What's her
Yeah.
face? Who's that poor lady?
It's not funny. It's sad.
It is
So
sad.
Savannah Guthrie is an NBC host of their morning show today. And she has been interviewing people about the Epstein files. And her mom got kidnapped and for ransom. Her mom got kidnapped for ransom. And not only is it national news, it's also being promoted by the president of the United States, Donald Trump, and his what is it called? What are the people who work for him called?
His cabinet,
The
his staff.
government? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And what's so interesting about this is that it reminds me of when I want to say it was either a Swiss bank or um, a Belgian bank when I lived in Spain. It was after the pandemic, so it had to be 2021 or 22. And they were like under fire for insider training or some kind of I don't I don't know, but there was a judge in America who was going to be trying someone who was involved, and her son died, but also the person who killed her son was killed. It like happened right after the other. Yeah.
That's super suspicious.
It's so suspicious. Like, imagine that you're paid to take a hit out on somebody, and either they found the most suicidal hitman in the world, or they hired someone to kill, and then they kill that person. Like, they were covering that up. You want to know why?
Why? What? Tell me, please.
Oh, well, this is speculation. This is just
Oh,
me
okay.
wanting to
Okay.
have a conversation with you about the greed of these people and the entitlement and the lack of accountability behind just coveting money and wealth
Mm-hmm.
and power for fun. That's it. And that's why we have to have a revolution, because you all can play chess as much as you want, but I am not your pawn. This is my life. If I'm going to live decades on this planet, you don't get to do this to me. You don't get to do this to us. You could build model airplanes, you could go skydiving. If you want a thrill, you can do hang gliding, you can bungee jump, you can do so many other things. Why are you messing with our lives?
Stop fucking
And
with us. We didn't do nothing to you.
and also, how is it that I'm able to analyze your behavior because I see you as a person and you haven't even met me? I've seen all the dastardly things that you've done and I still see you as a person,
Mm.
and you haven't even met me. and you feel entitled. Right now that they're trying to spin this narrative of Savannah Guthrie and her mom Nancy. This is a narrative. The What I really think happened is that they're trying to warn us, if you don't do what we say, then we're going to kill everybody who you love.
Mm-mm. I feel that, and that shit is scary. That shit is scary.
It's scary.
And
Hmm.
they cannot kill all of us, right?
They
If
can't kill
they
all of us.
if they want to continue the system as it is, they will not kill all of us, right? Because it doesn't
They
work
can't.
unless, one, we continue working, two, their
Hmm.
money means something, right? Because if their money suddenly means nothing, which is inevitable, it is inevitable.
Hmm.
There will be, like, it has to happen. Like, history shows us, astrology shows us, like, it's gonna happen. And I feel like they're trying to prepare for that, but they cannot kill all of us, and they've been killing us, and I don't like that this has happened, right? It's definitely a warning. I'm sure that it has really destroyed the lives of the family involved. It's probably rocked everybody that she works with, you know.
Hmm.
I'm sure, it's when somebody goes missing or somebody is killed, right? Which,
Hmm.
after this period of time. I mean, I'm just automatically assuming it's the government. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not assuming, some random person was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to find this random reporter from the Today Show and get a ransom." Like, that doesn't make any sense. This is definitely politically
No.
motivated, right?
Hmm.
Um, I hope that her mama is found alive, but I'm not optimistic about it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's fucked up. Her elderly mother, didn't she say she has a pacemaker?
Yeah. That If I were her, I would feel like if I keep interviewing people about the Epstein files, then they're going to take my family. And it would make me scared to interview people. And that's really frustrating because she's doing very important work by doing that, because these same people frustrates me so much. They don't want to be accountable for what they have done. They
Mm-hmm.
could say sorry. They could make amends. They could repent. They could just be responsible for what they've done. And instead of doing that,
They do worse
they
shit.
kidnap. They do worse shit. It's really frustrating. And um I was looking at, it had to be CNN. It was CNN UK, I think, or it was like a UK correspondent for CNN. um Talking about, oh, was it CNN? I can't remember. She was talking about how maybe as little as 2% of the Epstein files have been released. It's like
Oh yeah.
300 gigabytes, which is already a lot of gigabytes.
They got
That's a lot
terabytes
of
worth of
data.
data.
Terabytes worth of data. And that's really interesting. Like, um, whether or not Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, which is
I mean,
Besides saying sorry and making amends.
I know Santa Claus isn't real.
Uh-huh.
And I know that nigga didn't hang
Right.
himself. The fuck out of here. For what? For what? And if he was in fact, I'm not sure his birthday, his sun sign is either in Aquarius
Yeah, he's an
or
Aquarius.
Capricorn, depending on, you know, what his birth time was.
He's on the
But if he was an Aquarius, I know he was gonna get revenge on every single one of those motherfuckers. Like, he was not gonna, oh, you guys are gonna intimidate me. Bitch, I'm already arrested. I'm snitching on every single one of y'all motherfuckers.
He
All of y'all.
kept receipts. When they raided his shit, he had CDs and floppy disks, bitch. For years, decades. He had decades of receipts. You could audit his ass. He was on top of that shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he was an intelligence asset. Like, that's his job, right? Was to have dirt on all of these motherfuckers. That was his job, right? He worked for Mossad. It's deeper than child abuse. You know what I mean? Like,
it's deeper than ooh, girl. Yeah.
right. Like, damn.
He ran a fucking sex ring off an island.
He ran a sex ring off an island that was a covert operation by Mossad and the US government, and the USSR was also he also worked for them. He was like a triple or quadruple agent. He was working for several countries, for several different intelligence agencies, collecting dirt on people from all over the world. Right? Like princes and fucking CEOs and celebrities and all that shit. And also, just like a side note, the more that this Epstein shit comes out, okay, first of all, I want to preface this with the fact that Michael Jackson's name is on the list, but his name is mentioned like 3 or 4 times. But but the more information that comes out, the more that people are saying, and interviews are being released by people who were abused in Hollywood, saying Michael Jackson was going to that island to rescue children. That is what Neverland was for. Neverland was him finding kids whose parents had sold them, or kids who had been systematically abused, and he was taking them to Neverland for a refuge where they could be children and they could be safe and nobody was going to hurt them. And
I want to believe that
why
so
they
bad.
killed him.
It just sucks. Why didn't Michael Jackson just say something?
He did. Multiple times.
He said
he said I would never hurt a child. He said that multiple times.
Yeah, but why would he say, I'm trying to rescue bitches from Neverland Ranch? Because maybe that's why he died.
Well, he would have been killed immediately, and then all those children would be in danger. So does he expose the ring and get killed and get all of those kids sent back to where they came from? Or does he just say, I didn't do that to these children. Neverland is a place for kids to have fun and be safe. But everybody's like, oh, you're a creep, you know? Which, like, it does look that way, right? One, because he's a man. What man does that?
Yeah, no,
right?
Yeah, men, yeah.
It's an easy sell. But he was, you know, Michael Jackson was a hero in many different ways. And, you know, the media does a good job of spinning a story.
Yeah, that's what it's for. Oh, Pam.
What's the next thing on the list?
Renee Good and Alex Petty and Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minneapolis, Minnesota. Can I talk about the eclipse chart for Minneapolis real quick?
Yes. I want to hear it.
So Washington, D.C., New York, Philadelphia, Florida are all getting an ending, right? Pisces is rising during the eclipse for those places. But in Minneapolis, Minnesota, what time does the eclipse happen for them? 6:01 a.m. 6:01 a.m. And Aquarius is rising at 0 degrees. At 0 degrees. So the eclipse happens in the first house of that chart. It is incredibly important. Minneapolis is really, yet again, right? Because, fucking they had uprisings due to police brutality. Not in recent history, right? So yet again, they are the ground zero, right? And they are well organized and they know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
They're so well organized. I was like, Minneapolis, come through.
For real.
Yes.
For real. And I feel
so
like there's no way that a government system, because the government is the 12th house. The government is the 12th house of Aquarius. Aquarius's 12th house is Capricorn, systems, structures, rigidity and all that kind of shit, which is definitely what this administration is giving. 12th house, old news, dead, last season, bitch. Like, see ya. So I feel like something is going to happen where Minneapolis organizers are going to demonstrate for us what it looks like to remove a regime. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
I'm here for us to learn that. Let's do a nitty gritty style.
Okay.
Trial and error style. Yes.
And Pluto is on it. Well, it's conjunct the ascendant, right? Because Pluto's at like what 3 or 4 degrees Aquarius now. So Pluto being conjunct, it's at 4 degrees. Pluto being, not super tightly, but tightly, within orb of a conjunction. An orb is like how many degrees away a thing is, right? So like if the rising sign, which is the bar on the left-hand side of the chart, right? If it's at 0 degrees and Pluto's at 4 degrees, it's within a 4-degree orb of the rising sign, right? So like I would call that a conjunction because it's within 5 degrees. So like
it's a conjunction.
So it's together. They are together, right? And Pluto is power, right? Pluto is also like that old, like ancient god energy, right? It's very far away from us, right? But and this is a separate conversation. I really feel like Pluto being unnamed a planet was a fucking psyop.
Yeah.
Because Pluto is such a powerful planet and astrology has never said, oh, you know what? They call Pluto not a planet, it's an asteroid or whatever, or mini planet. No, astrology says it's a fucking planet. And I feel like they tried to minimize its planetness because Pluto was about to move into Aquarius and they're trying to minimize its power in the collective psyche. Fuck that. And fuck Neil deGrasse Tyson because Neil deGrasse Tyson's always talking shit on astrology. I got personal beef. with that nigga. And also, he's a fucking predator, so he can catch these hands on multiple levels.
I've heard so many stories about this man,
and he looks like he's got those he's got those predator hands. He looks like he's got a wet, clammy handshake. Fuck you, Neil. Fuck you.
Sweaty hands.
If I ever see him in person, it's on site. It's on site, and that's on Pluto, bitch. That's on Pluto being a planet. Period.
I love this rant.
Anyway, Minneapolis is about to be that bitch for real.
I am so proud of Minneapolis. I am so proud of the general strike. I literally made a Facebook post in October asking if anyone was organizing a general strike in Louisville. And it's like, I want a general strike. Like, I generally stroke the fuck out of the United States of America because I don't fuck with that shit. Like, I cannot, I'm not on your chessboard. I am not a pawn. How do you dare ask me to sacrifice my life and toil for decades in misery? How dare you do that for you because you're a narcissist, literally? And if you're a narcissist, there's so many psychopathic people in the world who just get their rocks off in other ways besides fucking with people. Even if you're like the kind of person who doesn't give a fuck about other people or just wants to feel a sense of power, you don't have to do that by fucking with other people. And to choose such low hanging fruit is a testament to your stupidity. If you really want to feel a sense of power, I don't know, build something. I don't there's better hobbies. There's better hobbies, and they always pick on people who do not have as much power as they do. I don't like that. I don't like how you
Mhm.
were all born into wealth. You were born into wealth, and you're gonna pick on poor people, poor
Rude.
people with little resources, and like you're choosing the easiest people to mess with.
Right, right. Low hanging fruit. Vulnerable people.
Low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit. Like, is that really, does that make you feel powerful? Oh my God. Oh, I want to kick these guys' asses. And I've been saying this since, this is like something I've been saying since college is like, I just give me 5 minutes alone in a closet with one of these bitches. It's just me and them. It's no weapons. It's nothing. It's just hands. It's just hands.
On
These bitches
site.
can't fight. They can't
No,
fight.
no. They're paying people to
They
fight
don't.
for them. Literally. That's what ICE is. That's what ICE is. And those niggas ain't getting
Oh
paid for
my
real
God.
anyway. Ooh,
And they're getting their
ooh.
asses kicked in Milan.
The Italians are like, get the fuck out my country.
I hope that we learn something from them. This
And I
is
mean,
just a person. This person is a person.
they are just people. And I mean, it's safer to kick ICE's ass in Milan because they're not allowed to carry guns. If they weren't allowed to
They
carry
can't fucking shoot.
guns, this shit would be over real quick. Real quick. But, you know, America be American. Or, well, the United States be United Estados Unidos.
It be estadounidense. Estadounidense. It be estadounidense.
But yeah, good on Milan. Good on Milan. And good on all the people who are always protesting the Olympics because I feel like
Yep.
there's some really cool stuff about the Olympics. I love the concept of the whole world coming together to play. Like I think that's really
Mm-hmm.
cool. But the way that they
Mm-hmm.
go about it and how it, you know, it fucks up communities and you know, it tears a city up and, you know, displaces people in order to make this happen is unnecessary. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Um, they
And the
don't
origin
have
of
to
the
do it the way that they
Olympics,
do it.
yeah. It
And they could
like
also be
first
paying
of
the
all,
athletes.
yeah. How are the athletes living in squalor? And this is true about athletes worldwide. It's like athletes are not your guys' greyhounds. First of all, greyhounds aren't your guys' greyhounds. Just treat life with respect, please. It's not that
Period.
hard.
Period.
Like,
It's not that hard.
Like, if this person's making you a shit ton of money, treat them well, you dumbass.
right, instead of, paying a globally known artist to perform, maybe you have some local
Mm-hmm.
artists, pay them a living wage to do the opening ceremonies, and then you can use the $1 million that you would have paid that international artist to fucking pay the athletes. Give them housing that's, real, and not putting them
Not
on
bed bug
fucking,
infested.
right. Or
Yeah.
fucking, they had them sleeping on like a piece of wood, you know? Like, fuck out of here.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Their beds
Oh
were
my
like,
god.
remember we were talking about like futons and shit? Like they had like no mattress. They had no mattress. This was the last
This is
summer
funny.
games I was reading about this. Like people were
I
paying
I
out of pocket
I
to
just
stay in hotels
remember.
instead.
Yeah, exactly. They would just pay. How are you literally you oh my god. Pam. These people these people have like superhuman abilities. and
For
they're
real.
and they're paying out of their own pockets. Jesus.
It's crazy. It's
It's
crazy
a
and
total lack of
inhumane.
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's inhumane. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have to move along because my phone is on 7% right now.
Oh no.
I
Okay,
know, like, yeah. When you hit me up and I was in the shower.
what's left on the list?
I think it's actually oh, we need to talk about that lady who lit that building on fire.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I just learned? Okay, so let's set it up. All right. So videos going around online and has actually been on regular ass network news of this woman in Kansas City, Missouri, outside of this building lighting it on fire. The building that she's like spraying a substance, which, the container looks like lighter fluid. She's spraying it on this building. The building was the government, the U.S. government wanted it to be a concentration camp for ICE, right? Um,
Ice
and
concentration camp. Another
so
one.
right. So what the news is saying and the rhetoric that's going around the internet is that she lit it on fire and then the building was like, oh, okay, we won't work with ICE, right? That's the rhetoric. Then, and the video is sus as fuck, right? It's fucking February. I don't know how hot it gets in Missouri, but this bitch is outside in a t-shirt and sandals, right? In February. I don't think it's that warm in fucking Kansas City, Missouri right now. Maybe it is. I don't know. Global warming's fucking everything up. Whatever.
It's not.
And then it's
The world just got
being
swept by a snowstorm.
right. And white people be white peopling, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
you never know with them. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
but so all that's happening and it's being videotaped, but it's not like by an accomplice. It's not like somebody's standing next to her. The video is very far away. What I just heard, right? And we'll get into some of the facts behind what happened. What I
Mm-hmm.
just heard was that the video that's being taken of her is a news crew. It was not taken on a phone. The news was there, and the news is who
Really?
called the police. How did the news get there? I have worked with movements and on PR,
Okay.
right? I worked with the news when we were doing Occupy Louisville. The news does not come
Oh, no
immediately,
way.
right? And like we were in
You have
we
to
were in
have
a
some time.
downtown area where the news stations were closed. If I called a reporter and told them something was happening at the Occupy site, it took them a good little while to get there, right? So this was planned. She told them ahead
Yeah.
of time something's
Yeah, I'm about
happening.
to go burn this shit down, bitch. Come here and
Right.
film me. Yep.
Come and see me. And also, there's been no information about what her name is, where she works, what her social media is. Like, it has been more than 24 hours. And typically, we have that information about a motherfucker. We at least
By
have her
then,
name.
yeah.
I haven't seen her name
Mm-hmm.
anywhere.
This
Okay.
is good organizing, Kansas City.
Okay, so if in fact it is organizing, if in fact this
It
video is
has
a
to
product
be.
of organizing, okay? Because I
Okay.
saw a TikTok online, and the girl on TikTok said that for months, the people who do organizing in Kansas City have been in conversation with their city council, with the people who own the building. Once they found out that ICE was like, this building right here, they were like, oh, hell the fuck no. We're going to talk to all the people that we need to talk to. We're going to talk to residents. You know what I mean? All the things that consist of good organizing, right?
Thank you, Kansas
And
City.
more than a week before this bitch is outside the building lighting it on fire, the people who own the building made an announcement. They put out a press release saying that they were not going to work with ICE. Were not going to accept any kind of contracts with the US government, right? So that happening was not the result of this woman outside lighting the building on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That was the result of
Mm-hmm.
hard organizing, moving people, right? Making negotiations and making demands, right? So the spin that this is about somebody doing property damage is false, right? We don't know anything about her arrest, right? The word on the street is that the news crew called the cops. Well, did she get arrested or not? News crew, you're
Yeah.
supposed to report the news. If I saw somebody getting arrested in the process and it's my job to deliver information, then I'm delivering the information that she was arrested and this is her name, because you can get her name after she's been arrested. It's not hard. You don't have to be in journalism to do that. So who the fuck is she?
I
Why was she out
I
there
wonder
lighting it on
two
fire?
things. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been that's exactly like the first thing. Is like if they so it's like two things at once. Maybe this community is so aligned on their goal that they're like, we're not going to publish her name. We're not going to let people know who she is and where she comes from, or any identifying information. We're not going to do that because this is a beloved community member and we want her to be okay and we're all behind this shit. Right. And then, second of all, maybe they were like, what is a way that we could spread this story so that people know that it's happening, and also how to resist without endangering anybody. At the same time, the news is a business, and so there's really no way to know.
Right. The
Pam,
news is
I'm so sorry. I have
also
to pee.
okay. The news is also an agent of the government, you know? So,
Yes, and it was supposed to be like it was supposed to be the fourth branch of government. That's like what it was supposed to be. It's
mm,
like this is
state
how the
sanctioned.
people hold us. Yeah, maybe that was propaganda, but like we need a civic review board, and that is not the news.
Yeah.
These bitches are just trying to make like everybody else. I'm sorry, I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll talk a little bit
Thank
about
you.
how what people have been saying on Threads, because I posted the TikTok video on Threads because I was like, I think it's harmful not to talk about the importance of actually organizing and doing the hard work and like sitting down with people and saying, you know, this is not right. We do not want an ICE detention facility anywhere. especially not in our community. You got us fucked up, right? And all the ways to pressure a corporation, right? Because that's, you know, that's who owns the building. That building is owned by a corporation, and tell them no, we're not having it. Um, some people were saying, one person said, I think that the people who own the building did it. One, to say, you know, maybe we didn't push back, we didn't do this because of pressure, or maybe they're doing it for insurance money, right? Both of which are plausible, but like, who's the person and what is their connection to this? Like, do they work for the company? And why are they doing it outside? The building is made of cement. Those windows are made of glass. They're not going to light on fire. It's really a demonstration more so than like an actual attempt to burn a building down, right? An attempt to burn the building down. If you're really trying to destroy property, you're breaking the glass, you're entering the building, and you're lighting the fire inside, right? Lighting a fire outside of a building in our day and age is not going to, not a corporate building made of cement, steel, and glass. You need something else for that. But yeah, I think that there's a lot that's suspicious about this. I'm especially suspect that like the news has not gotten her information. That's the biggest red flag to me. Um, and also like just finding out about the organizing, right? Because I'm not in Kansas City, so I'm not tuned into their organizing at all. And like people who are on the ground were also saying, you know, there have been many attempts, right? Like in Ferguson, when the uprisings were happening, just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, these pallets of bricks just appeared, right? They just appeared and were just there to like say, oh, well, here's something for you to throw at buildings and destroy stuff with, to like incite riot behavior, to like say, oh, you know what? You guys are not demonstrating peacefully. You're breaking shit now. So now it's justified if we beat you up and arrest you. Which they did. They beat up a lot of people. They killed a lot of people in Ferguson. They arrested a lot of people in Ferguson. It was bad. It was a whole there was a war. It was a war zone in Ferguson. I was not there for the uprisings, but I know a lot of people who drove down there when I was living in Louisville. There were a shit ton of people who left Louisville to drive down, like nurses, organizers, you know, like they said, you want bodies in the street, we're going to be bodies in the street. You need some medical attention, we're going to help you. You know, nurses and doctors were headed down there to help people with first aid. So, you know, and I'm positive. I know for a fact that's happening in Minneapolis now too. But you know, with Kansas
Yeah.
City, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm very detached from it. I don't know anybody who's over there
Because we're not there.
because
Exactly.
I'm physically not in the United States. And even if I was physically in the United States, I'd still be connected from Kansas City
Sitting.
because I'm not from that part of the country.
I
I do
know
know
that if I
somebody who
were
lives
still
there.
organizing, I would be there, but I'm not. And also, my health is better. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I had to leave.
organizing is a relationship. It's like a marriage. It's like what did the Queen of England say? Queen Elizabeth. She said they like asked her if she was gonna get married. She's like, I'm married to England. That's like
Mm-hmm.
literally what it is. Like it's a whole fucking relationship. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Organizing is a lot.
sometimes, oh,
I feel
emotionally,
like I feel like moving forward, you know, I understand why countries are like they have people do compulsory military service. Because I kind of feel like people should do compulsory organizing because you can't do it forever. Like some people do, but they're very unique people, right? Like career military people are
And
also
sometimes they
very
suck.
unique people. It does suck. It does, and it's draining. It's draining because it like what I feel like is not emphasized about organizing is that you have to have a lot of resolve and energy and
No
people.
life.
Right. Organizing really consumes you because if you care about other people and you care about, positive outcomes, then you've got to be at this shit all the time. It does not pay well, if anything at all.
It doesn't. It doesn't pay well. Oh, if anything at all.
I mean, it's in the best interest of the government that it doesn't pay well, but it doesn't pay well. It doesn't pay well.
Uh-uh, uh-uh. I I tell you what, it's almost hypocritical the way they expect people to work for free. If
Period.
anybody is paying people to work for them, it should be you.
Right. Because that's where your values are, right? Everybody deserves a living wage, and you're paying me $12 an hour. Fuck out of here.
I could go work for fucking Kmart, bitch.
No, for real. For real. Are
You
you
have the
kidding
same
me?
business model as Walmart, and you're sending me to Walmart to protest them.
Ooh. Not even the same model as Walmart because nobody volunteers at Walmart.
Walmart doesn't do volunteer work.
And that's on.org.
Ooh, and you're a labor. Oh Jesus.
Ooh, a read. A read. Yeah.
I want to
Human
say
rights.
something, and I want to name shit and blame shit, but I'm not about to do that. But still, it's like this is the
Mm-hmm.
literal name of your org, and you rely on volunteer work.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
when we talk about, yeah, when we talk about, there's something that you said earlier that was just on my mind, and it literally disappeared. It was
Yeah, that happens with thoughts.
I uh people who stay in organizing for a long time, suspicious sometimes, because you have rich people who can afford to be organizers, right? And then you have people who are searching for fame, and that's why they organize. Oh,
Mm.
because
And you
they
know
want to be
what?
the next MLK.
It's such a shitty place to seek fame. It's such a shitty place to seek fame because like
Low hanging
who are
fruit.
you famous amongst? And like I don't know. The fifth house and the 11th house oppose each other, right? Leo is fame, right? Leo is
Uh
famousness and
huh.
being seen. But
Uh huh.
Aquarius is Aquarius is loved by justice. But Aquarius is the seeking of equity and working with the population and humanitarian stuff. And they are literally opposites on the astrological
Mm-hmm.
chart, right? They love each other, but really they have different goals. They have two different ways of seeing the world. Um, so like seeking this when you're working for this, that's why a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people who are famous in the social justice world are seen as fake, right? Because like you kind of gotta pretend a little bit if you're in this realm. You know what I'm saying? And like people become popular, right? Because they're about that life and they're really doing the shit. But those people are not actually
That's the
seeking
thing. They're
fame.
doing the shit. Oh.
Right. Are you doing the shit, or
But
are you seeking clout?
why are you doing the shit? Are you seeking clout? Do you care? Because I don't organize anymore, but I show up in my everyday life wondering how I can be a good person to the people around me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And I
same.
don't talk to anybody about that shit. I guess I'm talking about it now. But like, I'm not like, I gave a homeless person money today. I don't do
Oh,
that.
right, right. No,
You
that's
should
weird.
really give homeless people money if you're it's just like, take care of the people in your fucking community. Do it.
Right, right.
Just do it.
It's not hard. And like it
It's not
always comes
hard.
back. It always comes back. Like the universe is definitely like, oh, I see how you move. Let me move that way for you too. You know?
Eh, I've been blessed my whole goddamn life. Ooh.
Preach. Well,
So
how you feeling,
frustrated.
Kita?
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
I don't want to even sound arrogant. I think I'm feeling disappointment. Because at the end of the day, we all want to live a good life. We all just want to enjoy the time that we have on this earth. And that doesn't mean that we need to feel happy 100% of the time, because that isn't human.
Mm-hmm.
It also doesn't have to mean that we're like suffering and toiling and squalor and stuff. And it's like, I, what is the right emotion? I'm like, just torn? I'm
Mm.
torn. How do people justify that? If I treat people like that, I feel guilty and I feel ashamed.
Mm-hmm. Because you have empathy. I feel
Thank
like.
fucking God, I will never choose a different life. I always want to have empathy, please.
Yeah. Period.
I don't want to be a little piece of shit. I never. And it's so frustrating because these people, like you said, they're doing the work. They're seen as good people. But how do they treat people in their everyday life? The
Mm.
people who the people who they can't win over, the people who can't help like give them something. How do they treat those people? Ugh. I'm thinking about a couple organizers in Louisville. That's why I'm,
Oh,
I'm like,
oh, oh,
who?
man.
Ooh, you
Man.
said
I don't
ooh.
even.
I was like, I'm not about to tell you who.
I'm not asking. I'm not asking.
Word.
Do you I'm gonna shift gears real quick. Do you feel like you have energy
Word.
to do a tarot pull?
Yes, 100%. I have my cards right here. Pink or blue? Which one?
Pink, 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 pink.
Pink, 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 pink. All right. All right. For the next week?
Yes, please.
Ooh, it's a really interesting week. everyone's getting over illnesses. It's the Lunar New Year. It's the new year. You know, in some parts of the world, when you're born, that's your first day of life. It's not when you're in gestation. And no. Opposite. In some parts of the world, you start life when you're in gestation. And when you're born, you're 9 months old. And
wow.
yeah, you celebrate your birthday on the same day, and that is the Lunar New Year. So happy birthday to people around the world. We're experiencing another year of the moon. The moon always comes up for me in my readings. I don't know about you. It's very nocturnal. It reflects the sunlight. It's like our night sun. It's really cool that we have a moon. We don't deserve a moon, but we got one. You know, I don't know if Mercury or Venus have moons. We got a fucking moon. That's pretty cool.
Mercury and Venus do not have moons. Mars has moons.
Yeah, it starts with us. We have one moon. Imagine if we had multiple moons. That'd be really fucking sick.
Oh, we'd be so emotional.
Our ties would be crazy. We have the exact right amount of moons. But it would be cool in the sky if we had more moons, you know? It would look pretty.
Oh, yeah, it would be, yeah, that'd be awesome. A double moonrise? What?
It'd be so cute. I'm thinking about, what is today? The 15th. Oh, it's Megan Thee Stallion's birthday. Happy birthday, Megan Thee Stallion.
Happy birthday, Megan!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Meg.
birthday
Thank
to
you
her
so much
man.
for your
He's an
beautiful
Aquarius
art.
too. I don't know when his birthday is, but
Yes. Oh my God. Relationship goals.
she's so happy. They
Yeah, I love that
love
for
each
her.
other. It's so cute. I love it so much.
Prosper. I love you guys. I hope that. Oh my God. I love you guys, and I want you to be okay. And I just love you guys. I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't want to fuck it up. But like, it's like I think if I talk too much about other people's stuff, then that's gonna affect their stuff, you know. But thanks, Megan. Happy birthday.
Stay a
Happy
bad
Valentine's
bitch.
Day.
Stay a brilliant
Yes, stay
bad bitch.
Thank you so much, Megan, for like bringing the bad bitch out of me. You have no idea.
I love that for you.
I need a cup. Yeah. Oh my God. I discovered Megan Thee Stallion like when I was like 24 on the bus on the way to work. I was on SoundCloud, and my first song by her was Stally Freestyle, which is still my favorite song by her. Cause what? It's such a good ass song. I'm thinking about
First time I saw
15th.
Megan Thee Stallion, it was like on one of those New Year's programs, like she was performing, and they were like Megan Thee Stallion, and I was like, a horse? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then this beautiful, tall black woman appears, and I'm like, oh my God. And then she's performing and she's rapping and she's so good, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna be a star.
So good.
She's a star.
Yep.
Like she's a star right now.
Felt when she got famous, I was like, I knew you were about to get famous. Like, I felt so proud. And she's an Aquarius, which duh, but also,
oh my gosh,
I rep that. I don't give a fuck, y'all. She's in a fucking. I never have parasocial relationships, but I'm a parasocial relationship the fuck out of Megan Thee Stallion, because I claim her. Like, the fuck.
Yeah, and
This
I
is
feel
how
like
you
I
do
could have
art.
a conversation with her, like genuinely. I feel like she's one of very few celebrities that if I was in a space, we would have shit to talk about.
Yeah, no, I feel like she could have a conversation with me. I feel like she would actually bother to like, yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like I
Hmm.
feel like I could have a conversation with you because I feel like you would actually talk to me. Like
Yeah, she's a real
person to
person.
person. She's a real person.
We're gonna
Mm-mm.
meet
And
Megan the Stallion one day. You and I are gonna meet Megan the Stallion.
I
I'm saying
manifest.
I'm
Oh
saying it.
shit.
Mark it. What is it? This Megan's birthday, 2026.
It's her
Megan,
birthday.
we'll meet
Megan,
you.
please. I
We
want
will
to
meet
meet
you.
you. At least say hi. Let me see what's up. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what to ask for the next week. Oh, I'm literally trying to do math. The 15th through the 22nd, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I do the 15th through the 22nd. All right. What is the spiritual forecast looking like for our next week? I got the Queen of Wands. Oh, cute. What is the climate looking like for the next week? Can you please tell me the weather? Yeah. Oof. New beginnings, yeah. But it's gonna be a little bit hard. Ooh, two. This was upside down. All right. I have the Queen of Wands, the Three of Swords. Oof. The
Not oof.
Ace of Swords. Oof. Ten of Cups, nice, and the Nine of Coins in reverse, which just means it's a done deal. Um, the way that I read like upright and reverse. Upright means it's still in motion. Reverse means it's like it's a done deal. I think that the climate for the next week, I wouldn't be surprised if the people who you encounter are feeling first and foremost good about life, which is great. People are going to be in good spirits for the next week, and that's nice because sometimes people are on one, and that can make it even harder for you to live your life. But
Mm,
for the most part, people are going to be very into themselves and worried about themselves. They're not going to be hating as much. They're not going to be fucking with other people as much. They're not
mm,
they're just going to be focused on themselves. That makes sense because at least in America, you get paid every 2 weeks and people just got their paycheck. So like people are good right now. Three of Swords. I think that we're gonna see some news this week. I mean, we're experiencing death right now.
mm.
And 2025 was a death year. And I think that means excuse me guys, but I'm like I'm getting like grieving.
Mm,
This is a grief
mhm,
year.
mhm,
Experience death, we're grieving. um Quit trying to act like you're not sad about it. It
mm,
sucks. Things suck. I'm happy that people just got paid and have the resources that they need to uh survive, but we're not thriving right now. We're not thriving. And it shows. I think that we're going to get, I think that something else might happen. No, that's too general. I want to get real specific. With this Three of Swords, this is trauma. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what the week brings. But I don't want to say what I'm thinking. I just don't want to speak it into existence. And we have the Ace of Swords, which is handling grief well. So whatever happens, it's gonna fill us with resolve. We are going to want to honor that by improving ourselves. Our answer to grief is going to be to make ourselves better people. The 10 cups is good. Community. This week is a week. I mean, you should always just be doing this, but like if anything right now, you need to be hitting up your homegirls, your homeboys, your homies, and reminiscing, or what is it called? Commiserating. You need to commiserate with other people. You need to say, this sucks. And then they'll be like, yeah, it does suck. And then you guys can collaborate together in your grief. Don't hold it inside. This is actually, it's not only that it's not the week for that. It's like, if I could explain it as a rainstorm, like this is a perfect time for you to go to another person and tell them how shitty you feel and how much it sucks, so that you all can talk together, because they're gonna feel the same way. All right, it's a collective grief. And the Nine of Pentacles, we're gonna win. The interesting thing about the Nine of Pentacles is actually a fruit bearing tree. And when you think about a money tree, or like, you know how they say money doesn't grow on trees, this is so funny about the Nine of Pentacles, because this card is literally your money grew on a tree. And Pentacles is like a sign of material. It can mean wealth, but it also means physical. It's not abstract. It is literally what you see. What
Tangible.
you see, if you can touch it, that's part of the Pentacles, right? So like, if we're talking about love, we're talking about sex. If we're talking about your career, we're talking about money, right? It's literally things that you can see and that you can touch. And when a tree is bearing fruit, it has been cultivated for a long time. And when you get to the Nine of the Pentacles, that's the first time it starts bearing fruit, which is, it took 9 pentacles to get there. Your ass had to fucking wait, and you had to cultivate in order for that tree to bear fruit. And so I think this next week is asking us to sit in our feelings, to be grateful for what we have, and to sit in the grief of calamity. Something's gonna happen. It's traumatic. But we can actually recover really quickly. It's gonna set
That's
us
really
back 2
profound.
steps. Yeah, we had to sit there, and that, if we do collectively, as a people, and we can encourage the other people. Like maybe if someone comes to you, if you encounter a coworker and they look like they have something heavy on their mind, you know, help them out with something. I don't know. If they drop something, pick it up for them.
Mm.
Look at them with the care and love. You don't have to do anything very specific, but just be like, are you okay? Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, you know, I like, I, I don't want to impose, but like, I really care about you and I want you to be okay. Like, just something little like that, because even though we're taken care of emotionally, it's a weird
Mm-hmm.
landscape, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine. But we have to like be willing to like be not fine.
Yeah,
Don't
that
ignore.
part.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, Pam. What were you saying?
No, that was good. I wasn't saying anything. I was just like being an active listener.
Uh I thought you had something to say.
Mhm.
I was I was really curious to hear what you were gonna say, but I was like, ah.
No, I said that what you had to say was profound about the, acknowledging the grief, sitting in it. Um, grief is an ongoing process, you know?
Yeah.
Even after you feel like you've gotten through the worst of it, it's still there, right? Like we're constantly
Mm-hmm.
grieving all sorts of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because grief is often love with nowhere to go, you know? When you lose a loved one,
Mm.
you experience a breakup, a
Ooh,
pet
love with
dies,
nowhere to
like,
go.
and you're like, I want to put this somewhere, but it doesn't have anywhere to go and it feels icky, right? So it makes you feel sad.
Mm-hmm.
But over time is really what does it, right? Therapy
Mm-hmm.
helps. Therapy helps.
Yeah, it's just
But
time.
ultimately it's time because you learn how to live with it because you can't make grief go away.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't do
Mm-mm.
that, right?
Mm-mm.
I feel I watched have you ever seen that show Big Mouth? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, I love Nick Kroll. Yeah.
Big Mouth did an episode about grief where a character had a father who was caring for his dying mother and he could not accept that his mother was dying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um and there's those monsters that like the puberty monster and stuff. Well, he had a grief monster. And the grief monster kept showing up and he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Hey, I'm here. Let's do this." And he's like, "I don't need you. You don't exist. You're not real." And the grief monster was just this little
Denial.
cute gremlin that was wearing a sweater. And he kept trying to find him
Mm.
and dude was like, "No, this is go away," right? Like, "No, I'm not acknowledging you." And then finally his mother dies and the grief monster puts the sweater on him, right? And grief is a sweater that you wear all the time. You don't ever get to take it
Mm.
off. It's always on you. And you can either
Mm.
sweat your ass off and pass out and you're like, "Oh, I'm stuck in this grief." Or you can say, "You know what? It is cold in here. I do need this
Mm.
sweater. And I'm going to learn how to wear
Mm.
my sweater everywhere I go."
Mm. That's perfect, Pam.
It was a good
We
episode.
have to wear our sweater this week. We're gonna have to wear a sweater. And it starts with the Queen of Wands, and that's such a good way to start the week. We're gonna be okay. We are going to be okay. But it ends with the Nine of Pentacles. Um, this is like the abstract, and this is the physical. And like the story you just told was perfect. We have a sweater on us right now. Luckily, it's winter, but
In your hemisphere.
we have to live. Yeah. You know, you know, you know. we we like are gonna have to hold each other through this. We can't do this alone. Look at these guys are about to hug each other. See that? The pot that the grapes are growing from is a heart and a star. And it's bearing fucking coins, you know? We're gonna be okay, but we can't ignore this. It hurts. It hurts. It hoits. Something. Oh man, I wish I could get more specific. Let me just ask real quick. Can you clarify the Three of Swords? Temperance and the Ten of
Chill out. Temperance. Temperance. Whenever I get temperance, like I don't know a lot about tarot, but whenever temperance shows up, I feel like I'm really being like literally sat down. Like
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen this week. I did see news today that the US was gonna start operations in Iran. Ten of Wands. I have to wait. I can't get clarification. Whatever this Three of Swords is, it's gonna happen tomorrow or the next day. We're gonna find out very soon. And then after that happens, we literally need to collaborate with each other. Like we need to talk to our neighbors about it. We have to talk to our coworkers about it. We have to talk to our homies about it. And we have to hold each other through this. And it'll be okay. It'll be okay. There's grief though. We're gonna have to wear a sweater.
Speaking of the next couple days, right? So tomorrow is Monday, the day after is Tuesday, and that's the day that the eclipse happens in the morning.
Maybe the eclipse is it.
So like I'm real hype about this eclipse because I feel like it's the impetus of change that we've been waiting for. I feel like, you know, this generation has been sitting on the edge of our seats, like waiting for the change to happen, right? Like we've been like, we know it's going to happen, but like, when is it going to happen? Right. And what is it going to look like? Because this slow burn fucking sucks. But an eclipse is an event in the sky that happens involving the sun and the moon, right? And Capricorn and Aquarius are Saturn-ruled signs that oppose the signs ruled by the luminaries. So like Leo is ruled by the sun, it opposes Aquarius. Cancer is ruled by the moon, it opposes Saturn. It opposes Capricorn, right? These two winter, dead of winter, right? January, December, February signs, right? Cold, right? And the other two happen in the summer when it's warm and like everybody's outside, at least in the northern hemisphere anyway, right? So like these two planets, these two luminaries, right? Things that are bright in the sky are going to be coming together in the middle of fucking winter in a sign that neither of them really like, right? The moon doesn't really like Aquarius and the sun damn sure doesn't like Aquarius. The sun is actually in its fall and it's in Aquarius, right? It's like, it's lost, it's confused, it's cold outside. Like the sun's like, ugh. You know, there's a little bit of sunlight, right? But we're getting an eclipse in Aquarius, right? And we're going to get Aquarius eclipses for a few years. So it's not like the most exciting place for this thing to happen. So the sun is uncomfortable about it, right? So something uncomfortable has to happen with an eclipse in Aquarius, right? I'm excited about it because I got an Aquarius stellium. I'm into social justice. I've got a stellium in Libra. Like all of my air sign qualities are like, yes, fucking finally. But as far as like the collective is concerned, this is kind of an uncomfortable event, right? Some shit has to happen that we're not going to be delighted about in order for us to get to the other side where, you know, everybody is like finally praising the Aquarius energy because like, you know, everybody's life is better. But we got to suffer a little bit in order to get there, right? Like this.
Why? How come bitches don't know how to suffer?
Say what?
How come bitches don't know how to suffer? Like I hate it. I hate it. Like, and that's my Pisces Venus. But like Pam, it's really not that hard to just like endure a little bit of pain. Like.
It's one thing to endure it. It's another thing to seek it out.
Then I would never feel happy. No, I'm not seeking shit out. I swear to God, that shit happens to me. But sometimes I be walking into that shit. I'm not gonna lie. But like, like when people talk about like, I just want to be happy. I just want to make them happy. I'm just like, no. People experience other emotions. Get over it.
It's true.
Like happiness wouldn't feel as good if you never felt sadness.
True. The yin and the yang, dude. The little black spot and the white part. You know?
It's the spot and the white part. It's the white spot and the black part because it's mostly black because it's Black History Month. But it's you got a little bit of white in your black.
I'm feeling like I'm ready to wrap up.
Y'all done? All right, me too.
Sweet.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Kita. Awesome. Thank you to the universe, and thank you to the people who watch our little podcast, WTSS. What's the stars say? Thanks for engaging. Share this however you have the ability to share it. And let us know what you thought. We're going to keep on keeping on, and we're only going to get more awesome from here on out.
Yay!